Do we have audio? Yes, okay. It'll probably take a moment. Okay, so let's go through that again. This time with audio. So, hi, I'm Finalflame. You just saw me run Future Cop, now you're going to see this game. Let's do this whole console reset again so you actually get this amazing audio. Yes, this is for the Tiger Gamecom. I hope you're ready to enjoy. Let's just boot this back up once more. So yeah, the audio in this game is something, the video is something, the entire game is something. So, category, all games. That will include Sonic 3, Sonic 2, and Sonic & Knuckles. Just a bit different than the games you know from the Genesis versions. We will be starting with Sonic 2, because that's just what I prefer to start with. Usually if I'm doing a PB attempt, this is kind of difficult to do well. And actually in this category, it will be the most dangerous. We could have played as Sonic. We could have played as Tails and made my life a lot easier. Instead, we are playing as Knuckles. Let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first thing about this game, running is faster than spin dashing if you can do it for a long period of time on flat ground. I'm going to focus for this first little bit. Kind of unfortunate. Okay, I might hit a spring here. Nope, good. Alright, so we have speed shoes, we have invincibility, we are jumping through loops. Yes, you saw that correctly. And now we are just holding right for the rest of the game. So speed shoes are good, they make you go fast. So if you can route them in, they're good to have. Invincibility just makes you go through enemies. It has its uses. More on the loop clip a bit later. So this stage and the following one are a little more difficult to do without Tails. I have a precise jump to do there, which I promptly missed and died. That's okay. This is why my estimate is high for this run. Okay. We're doing it this way. Land on a platform here. I'm going to take this a little bit easy because I don't want to actually use more lives than I have to. You might see me pause on occasion. My speaking there is mostly to count or get a visual cue. Here, I am going to spin dash. Spin dashing here is better because of the terrain. You can't really get up to speed while running. You will be seeing more of that. Knuckles cannot climb. He cannot glide. He's basically just a reskin Sonic, unfortunately. Nothing special about him. I want to be careful of that spike in particular, because you can get hit from the side. These loops, so if you jump at the right time with the right speed, good, I didn't fall into another pit, you can just jump right through it. They're easy, relatively speaking, to do in Sonic 2. I have not been able to make them work in Sonic & Knuckles. I have gotten it to work in Sonic 3, but not in a consistent manner. In Sonic 2, you can actually do it pretty consistently, which is nice. It saves about 2 seconds per jump. Here, I need to jump right here. And I did not mean to jump again. Okay. Early preview of what you're going to be seeing during Sonic & Knuckles. Running up hills is hard when you have no momentum. So we're just going to do this, and the reason we're doing this is I do want to be on the top route, and there's a spring up here to take me there. Yeah, you will see a lot more of that a bit later. Which console is this? This is for the Tiger Electronics Game.com, or just Gamecom handheld. It is a system with about 20-ish games. Most of them not very popular, although there is a Resident Evil one on there. So I'm running through here, I've got some good momentum. As soon as this hill goes off screen, we're going to roll because there was an enemy in the way. And we are here at the Act 3 boss. Yes, we're in Act 3. Each game has 4 acts. They are based off of the first level in the game. So in this case, it is Emerald Hill, the first stage in Sonic 2. Alright, I need to take it carefully here. This is an official game. 100%. Alright, so this is deadly coming up. I am going to try and take it a little bit safe. Okay. I'd rather wait for the platforms because below this is a bottomless pit and it is very easy to just run off and die. I am going to jump over speed shoes here, and that is because it really messes with my momentum, and I will miss that platform, which I just missed, by the way. Try and get that enemy out of the way. Couldn't do it. Alright, once I get through this platform, I should be okay. Alright, in a PB attempt, I would not go that slow. But for a marathon, I'm better off doing that and being a little safe. That should be the last deadly part of the run, hopefully. I'm going to jump over that just so I don't get hit. I jumped a little early, so I'm going to try and get a 4-2. Okay, that's not too bad. Usually you can get a 5-1 there. It is a very tight window, but I'm not all going to complain about a 4-2. And we are done the first game. By far the shortest game. Alright, so I'm going to hit that button, go to the main menu. I am going to go to Sonic and Knuckles. Alright, now the levels are bad, but I shouldn't be in danger of dying. Act 2 for Sonic and Knuckles, maybe, if I'm not careful. That is a very tricky stage and one of the roadblocks. For the longest time, we didn't even know you could beat some of these games as Sonic and Knuckles because we thought you had to fly. I was supposed to hold right there. Okay. I might actually die here now that, you know, I mentioned we shouldn't have an issue. Nice jump. Alright. That's alright. My fault for just pressing the wrong direction. So you're probably starting to see why this game is much easier as Tails. Why I was really hoping people will donate for Tails. But y'all were cruel. Except you weren't really cruel because you're donating to charity, and that's always a good thing. It is much appreciated. Alright, so I'm holding right. Now I want to actually hold left to damage boost. And I was supposed to spin dash, didn't. That's okay. That still works. Remember to stay hydrated. As you can see, I'm not doing much other than holding right. I jumped way early. I hopefully don't need that checkpoint that I accidentally jumped over. And we're going to use our first of 2 pulleys. I just need to hit down 5 times. I did 6. And now we're up here. I was really hoping to make that work. I need to be careful here. I need to spin dash and get a jump. That is to jump over a spike pit that will kill you. You cannot jump out of it. And I would just hold right for the rest of the stage. Act 2 is one where when I play as Tails, I fly over the whole thing for good reason. You're going to see it's one of the slower stages. I'm supposed to spin dash. Let's try that again. I do need to spin dash here because of these slopes and an enemy coming up right there. But I will jump and transition out of it right there, just to gain a little more speed. And then jump over a spring because we don't want to be stopped. And now comes the crappier part of this stage. So, as Tails, you're just on the top, you're flying over everything. It's a good time. As Knuckles and Sonic, and you'll see this also in some of the other stages, there's so many obstacles in the way. Alright, so right here, we're going to roll, go for a precise jump. I jumped so early. You know, we're going to try that again. I do have a backup. Okay. Should be enough momentum. I want to make it up here good. Alright, so this is not where I wanted to be. Okay. So, back up. This is one of the reasons I didn't think this was even beatable as Sonic or Knuckles for a while. Oh, I have no rings as well. So this is a dangerous section. It is also a difficult section. I'm kind of afraid to spin dash because we might die here. Don't hit the spikes. Okay. That's as close as I can get. I'm going to start running, and I need as much space as possible. I need to hit my max running speed before I hit this slope. I did not hit it, but this might be enough. This loop, you cannot spin dash up. You have to run up it. It's why I fly over it as tails. We made it through. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, that is one of the problematic parts of this run. It took me a while to find a way to get through that without flying over. But fortunately, we do have a couple options. What I was trying to do is I wanted to land on the spikes, not next to it, and spin dash off. And you'll immediately switch to a running animation when you fall off, and you'll have pretty good speed. Once again, I need to spin dash up this hill, because running up hills, as you have seen, is very slow. Alright, so we're just going to take this all the way to the last boss of this stage. Good time to jump pretty well. You're probably recognizing these bosses. They are actually taken out of the Genesis Sonic games. That was kind of nice. I wasn't trying to get a second hit that way. There's many different ways you can do this boss. That's the best way I found. Yes, I was jumping through bombs. I promise you the bombs do explode and do try and kill you. No, I don't want to spin dash. Alright, so this stage, you saw a preview of it in the third stage of Sonic 2. We have a big hill we need to climb. And unfortunately, there is just no good way of getting up this hill other than doing this. If you're Tails, you can just fly over it. Sonic and Knuckles, there's no way to actually get momentum. This just dead ends on the bottom left. You can't get a running start. So, we're doing this. Hopefully this is the last instance of this, you will see. Okay. So, I am now going to... Nope, not spin dash, just run. That's faster. So I'm going to be grabbing speed shoes coming up, and I'm going to hopefully take this to the boss, if I do it properly. It gains me very little time in this stage. But there is an example... I didn't mean to jump. Oh, that almost worked out pretty well. Take that, spring. So right up here, I need to make a precise jump. I did not. You know, I'm just going to skip those speed shoes now, because it would be slower to go get them. There's a pair that I have to acquire similarly in Act 4, but it saves us much more time, and it'll actually make the stage look really cool if I do it right. It's like the coolest part of this whole run, to be honest. So unfortunately, I can't hit that guy there. I have to wait till he gets closer to this tree. And then we will almost be done with this game on Act 4, which is a sight to behold. I'm going to start off with a spin dash here. I am going to jump late, so I'm going to die on those spikes, because I forgot I have no rings. 2.5. There we go. So the first part of the stage is going to go very slowly. Unfortunately, I just don't have a better way of doing it. Even as Tails, we have the slowest spin dash here known to man. And then I have a pixel-perfect jump, fortunately at only a couple frames per second. Right there. Perfect, and that actually lands me on an invincibility monitor that was between those spikes. I do need to hold this until the boss. Coming up is that precise jump. I jumped way late. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go. Nah, okay. I have the speed shoes, but I won't have the invincibility. I'm holding right. I promise you I am holding right. Wow. Okay. Don't. Alright, so this is not going to go as planned. We'll just see how this goes, yeah. Okay, I do have some rings, that's important. So we have another hill we now need to climb. If you hold speed shoes and invincibility through this section, you will actually run on top of those spikes. You can jump up, or jump off of them onto a mushroom, and onto a mushroom that's slightly off screen, and actually skip this entire hill. Are there any crazy glitches in these games? So I have figured out one way to get out of bounds. It's in a spot where I would want to get out of bounds, however, I have not been able to replicate it consistently, and I don't know if it would actually help, unfortunately. Right, we are almost at the top. And then we have the boss, and I'm glad I have rings for it. I might actually grab a couple more on the way, just to try and make it go quicker. Alright. Well, just the one ring. That's fine. Alright, now fingers crossed we don't die here. So you'll recognize this boss from Flying Battery. It's pretty much the same, but you can actually make this go very quick, and I'm going to attempt it here. I need to collect the ring. Good. As you can see, it's triggering it to immediately go through and hit itself again. Now I need to be careful. How do I want to do this? I don't like where you are! Okay. Usually I have rings at this point. Okay, we got through. And that was the Sonic and Knuckles portion. Onto the last of our games, Sonic 3, which was the first one of these I ever actually ran. This one, I would say it's not, there's no danger, but man, the route is very clearly not designed too well. Act 1 is okay. Acts 2 and 3 are probably going to look a bit slow, and that's because there's a lot of obstacles in our way that we cannot easily avoid. No! Okay, we're now on a route I am not at all familiar with, so let's see how this goes. I don't know that I've been on this bottom route before. You can see all these springs in the way that you can barely see. This isn't anyone friendly, that is accurate. That's going to make... Oh, hello. That's going to make this next part a little interesting, potentially, whenever we pop back up to that top route. Okay. So I'm actually going to have to go backwards here, maybe. Now, we have full running speed. So it turns out, if you let go of all inputs in that tree, you will make it to the top. Previously, we didn't know about that, and we thought only Tails could beat it, because he could fly up. We could not get up as Sonic or Knuckles. So that was discovered a week before my GDQ run, that, hey, you can actually beat these games while not playing as Tails. Alright. Through Act 1. Apparently that was an extra life I picked up. Nice. Alright, so Acts 2 and 3 are the pain-in-the-butt ones. More than anything, just because of all those obstacles, we kind of have to stick to the bottom route, because we don't have a good way of getting to the top route. Ooh, nice late jump onto that spring. I never get that jump. So we're going to stick down here. Right about here is where I would actually fly up if I was Tails, to go to a different route. Let's try this. Alright, that worked. I do want to break that. We do have to utilize springs and moving platforms and a Sonic on our extra life box, despite the fact we are not playing as Sonic. I should make it, and I want to wait for a platform right here. So we do have to go well out of our way, unfortunately. I promise you I hit the jump button there, and it just decided, nah, you don't need to jump. Do not blink, do not adjust your monitors. This is a loop right here, an entire loop, despite it only partially graphically appearing. The Gamecom, everyone. Alright, so as I mentioned, I have a lot of springs I need to deal with. Should be good enough. So there's a shield right here. I think it's a fire shield. It does literally nothing. Doesn't give me a shield, doesn't give me a ring, doesn't allow me to take an extra hit. Nothing. Supposedly there are sprites for the other shields in the game as well. I have not actually seen them. I've seen the sprites, I have not seen the shields. This boss, a little bit weird. Sometimes I'll just jump and not get a hit. Couldn't tell you why, but that wasn't too bad. Alright. Act 3, this is worse than Act 2. So right about here, I need to break through this and switch to the bottom route, which is going to be full of rocks and everything else that really wants to stop me. I wasn't supposed to jump there. That's okay. Just means we will get these speed shoes that are in the way. I don't want to go left, though. So we're going to take the spring and go to the right. Run really, really fast until we hit many rocks and springs and gosh know what else. That's actually why you will see me rolling quite a bit here, is just to try and roll through whatever I can. I believe there's a spring here. Yeah, spring under that rock. This is a game, y'all. A Gamecom game. Oh, I forgot there's another one of these. So I'm actually trying to switch to my running animation to get faster top speed, which you can see by my feet when they're moving. And then if you switch to rolling, you'll still keep that speed. Should be good, yeah. I didn't want to go over here. This is where I want to go, and now begins a very horrible, horrible ascent with springs, particularly the one I'm hitting there. I need to do a somewhat precise jump. I think I got it there. To barely make it onto that ledge. Once again, we could have had this as Tails. It would have been a much better viewing experience, and also less pain for me. Okay. So this boss is interesting, and a strat was recently found, I believe this was done by Crank the SNES, where to deal with this flying battery here, and not get hit by bombs, our best option is literally spin dashing. You, A, will not get hit by a bomb, and B, you will progress the stage significantly faster and skip some of the missiles. You can see it going by quickly. You can have the scroll much slower. We just skipped like half the missiles, and that saves so much time. And we are on to our final stage. Angel Island Zone, Act 4. Not a terrible stage to do. There is a little bit of danger at the end. However, I do have extra lives, so I'm feeling okay about this. Alright, so we're at max speed. This stage is mostly hold right to win. Not entirely. I do have some jumping I need to do and some rolling. And one extremely important jump near the end. Alright. We're about to go over a collapsing bridge. If you don't jump, you are dead. Alright, so the boss currently cannot be hit. My goal is going to be to stand on the right side of him and get 6 hits before he transitions back into the waterfall. I'll wait here. The reason I specified, I think I said left and I meant right, is because I don't want to get knocked back into the fire. Think I got it, think I got it. Got it. Alright. Now, we're not done yet, because for whatever reason they decided, oh, you need a capsule in this stage that we have to break. And with that, that will be time. That is how you play as Knuckles on Sonic Jam for the Gamecom. It's a rough time. But honestly, I have enjoyed it. When I started running this game, it was kind of as a joke, and there was no resources out there. And a lot of what you've seen, although not all of it, has been just routed out from scratch by me. I've had some help from Crank the SNES, some help from NPC who discovered that tree strat in Sonic 3, and recently we've had someone else come along, and I apologize I don't recall their names, and actually take my world records away in the Sonic 3 portion with some new strats that look pretty cool. So, it's fun to try out. If you do check out the SRC page, you will see some resources. You can get the game and try it for yourselves. But that is all I have got. Thank you so much, everyone. It has been a blast. It has been my pleasure. I hope you enjoyed. And be sure to stay tuned for whatever may be coming up next. Which, you know, I have the schedule up, don't I? No, I don't have the schedule. I'll pull up the schedule. believe it's a Metroid. Super Metroid redesign. I haven't seen that. I am very much intrigued to see it, though. That sounds like that could be fun. So once again, thank you, everyone, and stay tuned.